So I have a one's gotta go for you. That's probably gonna be easy. We have Seth Rogan, Jack Black, Adam Sandler, and Will Ferrell. Who's gotta go? And all of their movies and why?
All of their movies.
Everything that has to do with
everything that they do and why.
You want to go first?
No, you go first, please.
Okay. So Adam Sandler was safe until I thought about it.
He was safe until these last couple years.
I wasn't even thinking about this last couple years. What did he do this last couple years that was bad?
I didn't watch Uncut Gems.
I liked Uncut Gems. That was a good movie.
It's a lot. He's been on Netflix a lot.
He has. I'm not going to deny that.
Howie, Dewey, whatever the fuck. Dewey Decimal System, I don't know. Whatever the fuck that movie was.
I don't remember that one.
I
liked Uncut Gems, though. But the only reason I would get rid of Adam Sandler, since the rules were get rid of them and all of what they've created, is the fact that I can get rid of Rob Schneider. Getting rid of Rob Schneider is kind of worth it.
Wow, I didn't even go that deep.
See, no, I thought about this deep. I figured
your hate for Will Ferrell would oversee all of this.
No, nothing. So Will Ferrell's actually the safest one. I hate Will Ferrell. I hate Will Ferrell with a passion. I've never liked anything he's done at all. But these other three have created things in situations that I'm like, I'm so willing to sacrifice them for everything else.
You know what? I'm glad you went first. Scooby.
So Adam Sandler was specifically for Rob Schneider. If I can get Rob Schneider out the game, I'd be a happy man. 100%. There's nothing that Rob Schneider has produced that's been worth my while ever. From what was that terrible movie it was when he switched bodies with a chick?
I know what you're talking about. The Hot Chick.
Hot Chick. Terrible movie. God awful movie.
Coyote Ugly.
Terrible. Nothing good coming out of that. His stand-up.
You can do it. I like
You Can Do It is about the only thing he's good for. And great, you have to remember, that's a cameo in something else. And mind you, you could just got any of his other friends to do it. Any of his other friends cameoed in that spot, and I'd be just as happy with it.
Or himself in a
Or himself. Honestly, he could do it himself. And it probably would have been funnier. 100%. So, Adam Sandler, only sacrificial lamb to get rid of Rob Schneider.
You also dislike Seth Rogen. I'm ready for this.
I'm coming back to Seth Rogen.
Oh, okay.
Jack Black. Now, I didn't have a gripe with Jack Black. I love School of Rock. Okay. School of Rock was one of my favorite movies growing up. It was a great way to introduce a lot of people to hard rock and metal music. Tenacious D, one of my favorite bands of all time. Mind you, this list was different beforehand. I swapped some people out who deserved to be on this list, and Jack Black was the person I put on this list. Okay. I'm done with him because of the recent news. What? Tenacious D is on tour right now. Him and his buddy Kyle Gass. They're on a nice little comedy rock tour. This is 2 days after the assassination attempt of Trump. Kyle Gass's birthday. His guitarist and actual musician. Best friend of all time. Like, they known each other well before Jack Black was famous. Assassination attempts happened. Kyle Gass's birthday. He was like, I only have one wish. Next time, don't miss. Funny joke. Obvious joke. Yeah. Comedy group. Yeah. They're a comedy band. Yeah. Why did Jack Black cancel the rest of the tour, break up the band, and then get him fired from his talent agent? He cut all ties with Kyle. Terrible friend. Based on our previous episode, I'm big when it comes to best friends. I hold you to a high territory level.
That's up.
You canceled that man.
Also, I like that back-to-back things back-to-back episodes. I keep getting vindicated with my Hulk Hogan.
So
the universe is with me on my Hulk Hogan front.
100%.
So but wow, Jack Black, what the
that's a bit much. That's terrible
for
friendship.
A joke?
It's a joke. Now I get it.
Not even an original joke.
No, like everybody's made that joke. It's really not that big of a deal. 100% not that big of a deal. I get it in a sense of you shouldn't be making fun of a man who 2 days after he almost got killed. It was later.
Be doing the first day.
The day of. So I get it. Was it a little out of context for their style of comedy? Yes.
You made Shallow Hal. Come on.
And Shallow Hal is a terrible movie. So
Wow.
I don't like Shallow Hal at all.
Wow.
So that was my big reason of putting Jack Black on this list, is him and his friendship. Then I had to go down the line. Other than School of Rock, there's really nothing I care for Jack Black.
Yeah, clearly you ain't like Shallow Hal.
I did not like his cameo in Cable Guy was not necessary. He was just a hater best friend. Kung Fu Panda, it's voice acting. I mean, good voice acting, great, but do I care? I've finally watched the Mario movie. I definitely don't care for his role as Bowser.
Wow, people love Bowser.
That's great. I don't care. I don't care. Everything attached to Jack Black's name is kind of mediocre at best. Jumanji. Yeah, no, most people weren't. So it's like his field of work.
He is not why. Also, Goosebumps movie, I didn't need it.
I forgot Goosebumps. That was also not necessary.
There's Jack Black. You might have.
I mean, again, I like him as a person.
You might have yourself out of this list.
But yeah, no, he's.
I didn't have an answer, but now this is kind of taking the lead.
Yeah, so now that's my reason for Jack Black being on this list. Now let's get to self real quick.
Are any of the reasons? Okay, you don't usually take this stance. Are any of the reasons weed related?
No. The only reason I will say I will throw any weed related hate towards Seth Rogan is that's because it's almost 90% his character. You remove weed from Seth, what do you really have left?
Family Guy?
No, that's Seth Green.
Oh.
Seth Green is different. Also not that funny, but funnier than him. Rogan, ugh. So you remove weed, really doesn't have a personality. Also known as a terrible best friend.
To who?
James Franco.
What did he do to James? They love working together.
They used to. Remember when he got accused for being a sexual deviant? Seth was the first one to throw him under the bus. Cut all ties with him, said he would never do a movie with him ever again. They haven't spoken since that Me Too era.
Has James Franco been
active?
No. Has he been? Have they refuted the claims?
I don't know. Because they literally.
Then I'm still standing on it then.
Here's my thing.
If I come out as a graper or a kitty diddler, I assume to be fired from the show.
True.
Like what? I know. I
But
assume us to not
wasn't
each other
rape.
no more.
I don't think it was rape or children.
What
I think it
was
was
it?
just like a sexual deviant. Like
The fuck does that mean?
like he's a sexual addict or something like that.
Oh,
He went
wait,
Tiger
man.
Woods.
He watches porn.
He watches porn a lot. I don't know if you want to look it up real quick to find out exactly what, because I don't think he was
that
convicted
sounds like
in
a
it.
lot to just do for like porn.
I don't know. So I don't know what it was, but my
Me Too was deeper than that.
Me Too was just it was the reason why we got the nickname of it like that is because people were just going on accusations with no proof. So he was caught in that accusation with no proof. And then we never found out the proof, to my knowledge.
Then I kind of am with Seth on this.
Nah, because my thing is,
What the
because I'm a good friend. I'm 100% a good friend. If you're accused of something with zero evidence, I'm on your side until there's evidence. I'm on your side until there's evidence. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Until there's evidence, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It was a wild time.
And the same thing happened with not Ari Shaffir, but it was another comedian.
I think I know who
You know what I'm talking about. The other,
She is everywhere.
yeah.
That nigga.
He was caught up in that mix.
Yeah.
And he was thrown under the bus by Seth as well.
I also don't feel like he was ever vindicated.
He wasn't. No, he
either.
wasn't. He was actually found completely innocent of everything.
Oh.
And Seth won't still deal with him.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
Seth is just really quick to, if you're caught up in some garbage, I'm out.
I mean, it's how you stay clean out here.
That's-
All of them are worth a lot of money.
That's great. But you know what? I care, and I'm going to say this on
all
this
of
camera.
them might not have been that close of friends. I don't know if it might have been industry friends.
That's where I'm getting to. If you're known to me as the terrible friend, then I don't rock with you. At the end of the day, I can't rock with you. And mind you, there was a whole movie based on Seth being a terrible friend. There's a movie. I don't know if you remember This Is the End, where his actual lifelong buddy was like, dude, you suck as a friend. That's the whole movie, if you remember it. The whole movie is you suck as a friend. So there's actual evidence of him sucking as a friend. They made a movie for some odd reason of him sucking as a friend. I don't deal with shady friends. That's all I'm saying.
Understood.
So that's really big on me. Will Ferrell just sucks. He just sucks. Like, he's not
I like
funny to
Step
me.
Brothers and I like the other guys. I like a lot. I like Weatherman. He might be the Nick. I thought I saw a different list with Mark Wahlberg. I don't know what I thought.
There was another list with Mark Wahlberg in this mix.
Because I was like, I'm not giving up Marky Mark.
I'm never giving up Marky
Bunch.
Mark. So the original list had Mark Wahlberg. There was another one they switched out Jack Black for oh my God, what was his name? Jim Carrey. Who put Jim Carrey on the list is smoking all of the greatest stuff in the world. So absolutely not.
I think I'm getting rid of Jack Black.
Based on my evidence thrown out there, I understand it. I'm dropping Seth because I can't deal with a bad best friend. You got some info?
Yeah. Franco said that he has never been faithful to any partner he's ever been with except for this last girlfriend that he's with right now that he's been with for 5 years. So, because he wants to be faithful to this one, he put himself into rehab for sex addiction.
So that's all it was sexual addiction.
Yeah.
So
That's fucked up.
So yeah, to drop your so-called friend because he is a sexual addict. If anything, I feel like you should stick with him twice as hard. Help him through his bad situation. You know what I mean? Like, actually help him. Be a support.
Yeah, it was just funny wording. Yeah, I feel.
All right, so you're choosing what, Bob?
Seth's got to go.
And Henny?
I'm getting rid of Jack Black.
All right, let's start the show.
Welcome back to another episode of the Nonsense Podcast. I happen to be FNBob, the FN CEO, the habitual line stepper, the hostess with the Moses, and nothing else that matters. With me, as always, is Henvincible.
What's good, y'all? Happy Monday.
Yes.
Or whatever day you're listening, because you should always go back. And when you thought you had just enough nonsense, get a little bit more.
Just a little taste. How you doing today?
I am well.
Unharmed?
No, God willing.
Safe?
Yeah.
Bulletless?
Yeah. I'll be in the house.
That's good. Especially in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's rough out here. But can't really say that much for my boy Trumpy, though.
I just drove past Trump Towers the other day doing Uber. It was like, that bitch was jumping too. They be in and out that motherfucker.
Yeah, man, that's a pretty popular spot. I don't say I know people that live in it, but I know people that do business there. You know what I mean? They either drive people in and out, work there, stuff like that. Like, no, that's a pretty popular spot. Shout out Trump, though. So, let's get right to the show.
Not shout out Trump, though.
Why not?
Because if we was shouting out everybody,
I didn't say shoot out Trump. I said shout out Trump.
We shouted out everybody to take a bullet. We'd have half the South Side that show, though. We ain't shouting out everybody to take a bullet.
I'm not shouting out because he got shot. I'm shouting him out for getting grazed and living. Tell a tale, man. Get elected or die trying, man.
Many men wish death upon me.
So,
blood on my ear, dog.
So the memes have gone, I want to say, like, completely apeshit, but they've been bonkers. And they've been hilarious.
I like that. It shows that simplicity is best.
Yes.
A lot of people were just putting the parental advisory right there.
I seen one that was grayed out. I think the grayed out one was really nice. It was beautiful. Like, it don't take much to make it. But let me ask you this.
Still no Hodge Twins video.
No, they made 3.
What?
They made 3 on the whole situation so far that I've seen.
Oh.
I don't care for them because, I mean, Not that they're not funny. They're just their brand of humor is getting dry lately because everybody's already done it. Everybody said what they was gonna say about it, except for us. So no, I was gonna ask you something simple. What's been your favorite meme so far? Other than Mini Man, because I think Mini Man tops everything.
Like, that's it. That and the album covers, yeah.
I think my favorite so far, I don't know if you've seen this. This was right after. I think the day after he got hit. He was out golfing. Because, don't nothing slow this man down for shit. Yeah. He was out there playing a decent game, apparently. I don't know golf that well, but apparently he was playing pretty well. Hitting his last putt in, and he, banked a putt. Man looked up at the camera and said, now that's the difference between me and a shooter. I don't miss. And pimped to walk off. And I'm like, good God.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's good.
Again, comedy is tragedy plus term. Man, I give credit for everybody just removing all the time out of it. I'm surprised you weren't bigger on I won't call them like memes, but everybody was just going for the wrestling work for a good minute.
Yeah, no. I don't be having time to get involved with that malarkey.
Like he's just doing the I seen the CM Punk cut one, like Trump on the ground.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
that one was pretty good. Obviously the comparison to Hulk Hogan, which leads into what happened next, which was also kind of funny.
So did you hear about bouncing off of Trump momentarily? You hear about Biden? What Biden's been up to this week?
Depends on what you mean, because I kept up pretty well this week. Between him getting COVID, him getting kicked, him potentially dropping out of the race within the next hour or so, we're supposed to be hearing something.
I was like, he ain't gonna drop out until I heard Obama recommend it. I was like, all right, if Obeezy said it, he might listen. And I'm like, we fucked.
I still don't think he will.
So fucked.
Because who's gonna take the reign? Ain't nobody left. Nobody likable, at least.
We fucked.
You either got Bernie, which most people don't like, unless he talking about giving away free shit, but he still has yet to give an answer of where the free shit coming from. Kamala, nobody likes at all, and for good reason. What's the other guy's name? Gavin Newsom? Terrible. Out of California. So anything out of California, god awful. And then there's
we done.
Shapiro. Shapiro's probably the last thing they got.
We done for, baby.
I mean,
it's all with.
I don't say we're done for because I wasn't voting for Biden any damn way. He never had my vote.
We've been done for.
What you mean?
As far as the two options.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's just one option's off the table. We done for, baby.
No, it's just whoever they stick in front of them.
Oh,
I mean, honestly, based on the poll numbers, it was still kind of neck and neck.
Yeah.
But
now
if you, but here's the thing: if you remove, I hate to put like political information out there, but this is what happened. If you remove Biden,
explain it to me in WWE. So if you remove Vince, put in Triple H. Who the hell is Triple H? They don't have a Triple H. So if you put in the Hurricane.
I'm trying to do it. Let me see if I can do it in WWE terms.
If you put the Miz in charge.
No. So you got Vince.
Yeah.
Then you put in his dumbass daughter. It wasn't gonna work. Nobody's rocking with his dumbass daughter.
Yeah.
So then you were like, all right, we ain't gonna go for the dumbass daughter. Dumbass daughter would be Kamala Harris. So then you try Shane.
Yeah.
Everybody rock with Shane. Shane on the side, we rock with.
But Shane is known to be unhinged.
There go Bernie. We ain't really rocking with Bernie long enough. So let's just go ahead. I remember Linda from way back when. We ain't finna go Linda 2.0, so let's not even bother with Linda 2.0. That's pretty much everybody else. So you know who's the best choice?
Nick Khan?
No. To run everything is what they call generic Democrat. That's in polls. They have done this poll.
Wow.
If you just don't put a name next to it and you just say any Democrat, that person beats Trump. But an actual name does not beat Trump.
But wait.
So-
all right, I'm stupid. How the hell? Who is president then if we're generic Democrat?
So what they're doing is polling. If you could just create your dream version of a Democrat, would that Democrat win? Yes, no shit. Anybody other than the two options we have are better than the two options we have. So a generic Democrat, because most people just vote down party lines. So obviously there's more people that would just vote generic Democrat than anything Trump related.
I have a Biden update.
Who the hell is who the hell is that though?
Nobody. It's generic Democrat is nobody.
I understand, but
it doesn't exist.
Who decides who becomes the president after generic Democrat?
No, they're not actually putting generic Democrat on the ballot. They're just saying who would you, they're asking a dumb question. So they just pretend like I'm doing a poll for you. Who would you rather vote for? Trump or anybody else? You're going to say fucking anybody else, most likely.
I was like, is this like when they wrote in Batman and Harambe?
I wish they would do it again, but obviously that won't work. But that's how it goes. What's the update on Biden?
As of 4 hours ago, as of this recording, so,
Right.
His COVID symptoms are progressively getting better.
So he ain't dropping out.
So he vows to run as more Democrats ask him to drop out.
There we go. I figured that was gonna happen.
But what the, like.
So he ain't going nowhere.
But why was him dropping out contingent of him having COVID?
No, that was just, it was not contingent. It was just like, can you please get out the way? We're looking for any reason. They don't want him there.
Uh-huh.
So the gripe is we really don't want Biden there because he sucks.
Yeah.
But he also did beat Trump once, and we have nobody else lined up.
Yeah.
We don't have anybody else lined up. That's kind of the whole goal. Who would you rather vote for? You really don't have a secondary contender. So it's anybody else or the guy who actually won once.
Yeah.
At least that's pretty much what they're holding on to is he did beat him once, but he's also old, senile, and kind of retarded. But he did win once, and there's a lot of people there's a lot of what we call never Trumpers. There's just like anything but Trump. There's also right now a lot more never Bideners right now. So it's a lot. It's pretty much just the South Park right now. It's douchebag or turd sandwich. Like we're just like the worst of the best of the worst situation. Again, for the umpteenth time, because people still give me shit about this. I'm not a Trumper. I just don't like Biden at all. I'd rather deal with Trump because personally, I was living decent. I was living pretty good. Gas was low.
Niggas had stimmies.
I had stimmies. I had money in my own pocket.
Bag of chips.
Inflation was not as bad as it is now.
Bag of chips was not $7.
So I'm just like, look, man, if he can bring any of that back, I'm chilling. Inflation was this man, and I like everybody to remember this. There was one point during his presidency, inflation was down to 0%. He dropped it to 0%, and the government was like, you can't have it at 0. It's supposed to be at 2. It's got to be a little inflation. And that's how our economy works. Our economy works on inflation for people who don't know that. It's supposed to sit at 2, always. He dropped it down to 0. That's when shit was really cheap for a minute. Everything was golden because nothing was going up at all. Everything was just sitting there, and we got more money. Then he progressively had to get it back to where it was. Biden has kept it on average from 8 to 9. Now it's like the best he's done is 3% inflation. And mind you, inflation it goes up consistently. It's not the prices jump and sit at 11%. So even if inflation goes back down, prices don't go back down. It just doesn't get any worse. Trump managed to get it where it was 0. So if we can at least get 0 again for 6 months to a year, I think we'd be okay if just shit didn't keep getting more expensive.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying is I don't rock with Trump because Trump is out of his rabbit ass mind, but we was chilling. And I almost bought a house under Trump though. I'm dreaming of a house now. I'm like, man, if one of these, dude, it's cheaper to buy a house in Japan than it is to buy one in the United States. I could live there for cheaper than I live here, which is sad. That is sad. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that he fixes a few things. That's all I'm asking. A few things. Just don't fuck anything else up. Far be it from me to be that guy. So yeah, no, Biden is a train wreck right now. Minus all the gaffes and the fact that he trips over every sentence
and every step.
Every step. I mean, again, I hold no ill will towards Biden. I want him just to retire and live the rest of his life and keep stealing the money from Ukraine like he's been doing. Like, just get your big bags of cash for the big guy. Like, just get out of the way is all I'm asking. I want you to be a crook in peace. And being the president is a hard job, man, and I don't want you there. That's all I'm saying. Your crackheaded son, I don't even know if she's got dementia, but his wife ain't shit either. Like, I just don't want any of them around. Have you actually paid attention to the story of the Bidens?
No.
It's like a Jerry Springer episode. It's pretty sad.
That's tragic.
Like, his wife is a doctor, but she's a doctorate of remedial education or something like that, which is don't call you. Can I say that? I'm not trying to be mean, but can doctorates stop calling themselves doctors, please? Because if you get a doctorate degree, you get the title doctor.
Yeah, nigga.
That's great.
I earned that. What's wrong?
That's cool, but we should not have to call you doctor unless you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's all I'm saying.
Shit. Yeah, if I'm doing what? Well, shit. No, I'm a doctor everywhere.
No. Because if I ask for a doctor and your goofy ass stand up, well, I got a doctorate in musical engineering. Sit your Dr. Dre ass down. But see, that's the thing is sometimes these idiots will jump up and they're like, I got a doctorate and nothing useful. Sit the fuck down. That's all I'm asking. Ain't nobody talking to you right now. When I ask for a doctor, medical.
Talk about your doctorate in business.
Thank you. Please sit down. That's all I'm saying. I respect that you got the doctorate, but when I say doctor, ain't nobody talking to you. No. Let's just in a nice way. Ain't nobody talking to you. Sit the fuck down. That's all I'm saying. Dr. Jill Biden.
Before you need a doctor.
Right. Before I throw these hands and you need an MD. But no, she's a doctorate in education, which is nice and all, but not a real doctor. His son is a crackhead, thorough crackhead, who also had sex with his brother's wife, dead brother's wife, which is kind of screwed up. I won't even say kind of. That's really screwed up. Biden also sniffs kids, which is really weird. Have you not paid attention to sniffing children consistently? That is a trait of the Bidens, I feel like. Just watch him. He sniffs kids quite often.
That concerns me.
Yeah. The joke was when he got COVID was all the kids were safe because he wouldn't be able to smell them for a minute. He get to take a break from sniffing the children.
That sounds like some Pizzagate shit. Ain't nobody looked into that?
No.
That's real kinky, nigga. What the fuck?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying he has a lot of weird stories.
I don't like that.
Did you see? I know, Kelly, you remember this story when he was talking about going to a swimming pool of black kids and they like touching his leg hairs. I don't like that story, and I don't think you should say that story outside in public. That was the story he ran on at one point.
How many black kids be at the public pool?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
I have no idea.
That should
In
tell
Vermont,
you that story was completely made up.
I'm pretty sure it was made up, but that's a weird story to make up if it's made up. There's a lot wrong with Biden, is all I'm saying.
That's a weird fucking story.
That was an ignorant shot for no reason. You can swim, but you're also light skinned. I don't know if he was talking about dark skinned niggas like me or. He don't like niggas either, so.
You can't swim.
I know I can't swim, and I admit it.
I know. I went to the YMCA to learn.
Oh, that's cheating. You act like you was just swimming like it was natural.
What
you
the
learned.
Fuck
you.
No one said that. I've always said I'm taking swimming classes.
No, I never heard you say that once. You just like, no, I know how to swim. I'm like, well, shit, fuck
I took swimming classes twice, actually.
Swimming classes? Hold on, man. Did you get a quest from a cat? Like, what the fuck was that all about? Motherfuckers been playing Skyrim too long. I'm sorry. That was a hell of a tangent.
You know who wasn't swimming? Motherfucking Trump.
No. So anyway, back to Trumpito.
Swimming through a bullet store.
Right? So how much have you learned, I should say, about the situation? Or did you learn anything?
They're trying to figure out whose cover-up it is. They don't know if it's a CIA setup. They don't know if Trump set himself up to try and sympathy win his way in.
Right.
I know a lot of niggas on Twitter is like, oh, yeah, he took a bullet. He good with me. Again, it's mad niggas. Niggas take bullets every day, B. I'm not. That ain't
niggas was on his side when
me.
he got this mug shot, so I'm not going for that one either.
But All this shit wrestling. All this shit kayfabe.
I've been told you that.
I don't know what. I really don't care. That shit ain't. You taking a bullet. I caught your bullet. You taking a bullet is not fucking winning no vote for me.
No, I don't. For anybody who said that was the case, like, with all seriousness, I say it jokingly, obviously. But
no,
in all seriousness,
really people are like, he took a bullet for our country. I saw it. I've seen it.
Yeah, no, that
I've seen the take, and
I've
I'm like,
that
fuck y'all.
Both
like,
ends, and it's the silliest take I've ever heard.
Shut up.
Now, what I will say is, I would like to say this wholeheartedly.
He took a bullet for his own caucasity. That is it.
I won't even go there. For the people who are saying that he set himself up, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. For the simple fact, and I've always gone with this phraseology. Never mistake evil for stupidity. If you
I
think
feel like
somebody,
the inverse is also true.
Same thing. But in this case, it makes more sense. So what makes more sense to you? A man who's technically already winning the election by every poll number says, you know what I might do is stage a shooting on myself, potentially get killed by literally a split second of a turn so I can gain sympathy amongst only niggas. Because ain't nobody changed their mind.
Only niggas. It's all I've seen white people literally say.
Yes.
He took a bullet for our country.
But those people were voting for him any damn way. So if you're not changing any minds, why would you take the chance? No one's changed their mind, honestly, other than niggas. And I've already felt like niggas changed their mind as soon as he got the mugshot. And when they looked at their wallet. Most niggas changed their mind when they looked at their wallet. 3 years of Biden versus 3 years of Trump. My wallet is empty. I had been changed my mind a long time ago. So all I'm saying, the bullet had nothing to do with it. Did it make a dope, like, extra story? Cool. But do you really think anybody in their right mind
no,
would take that chance? So now remove the evil setup, Illuminati, whatever you want to call it. Because all the evidence is saying it's real. In the sense of, it wasn't a fake bullet. It wasn't a dummy bullet. All of that goofy shit, throw it completely out the window.
So the second one is that the CIA tried to get that nigga up out of here, and he just saved himself.
CIA, again, don't mistake evil for stupidity. Do you believe the CIA is intelligent enough to put all of this together?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Because wasn't that also FDR?
I don't even believe that with FDR. Like,
JFK.
It's fun. Or JFK, I'm sorry. I don't believe all the JFK conspiracies. What I will say this is, with both cases, if you just look at all of what happened and said, who fucked up? Who could have just fucked up that day? And then you start piecing it together of normal people doing a regular ass job, not doing their job well. Doesn't that make a whole lot more sense? It's just a lot of people doing what people do.
Yeah.
Fucking up.
Yeah.
I believe there are more fuck-ups in this world than there are malicious people.
Okay. That's valid.
So that's all I'm saying.
Valid
For the fun reason of it being a conspiracy, I'm going to jump all in. Like, I'm having a lot of fun with the conspiracies and all the twists and turns. But at the end of the day, it's just a lot of niggas not doing their job. It's just a lot of goofy people. Because if you pay attention, then the little shit keeps creeping up.
Okay, so with that, we'll go to commercial and we'll come right back.
Okay. Well, welcome back to the Nonsense Podcast. I'm still Bob, that's still Henny, and we still talking about Trump. So, I love, mind you, people don't realize how much I love that whole evil versus stupidity thing, because it makes everything in the world make sense to me. So, just a few things that I would like to run through before I eat up the entire episode just talking about this goofy shit. First thing that made me realize it was stupidity was the first bit of information that came out was that the shooter was a Republican. So that was the first thing that people started bringing up, was they were like, it's inside game because the kid was a Republican, so it was an inside job. And I'm like, he was 20. He never voted, ever. He was registered as a Republican. Takes zero effort to register to be any one side or another. And his last, dead serious, his last maneuver He had two things that he did before he went out to assassinate that day. He donated to a Democratic caucus of something. I forgot exactly what it was. So he donated money to Democrats, and then he watched porn. Does any of this sound like a sane human being?
Wow.
That was inside game?
Wow.
I'm going to donate some money to Democrats, and then I'm going to watch porn. Literally his last search was Pornhub. And I'm very curious what video.
I mean,
I'm thoroughly curious.
If you know you finna go out.
That's the thing. He had a full plan to hit him and potentially other people. So I don't know.
So did he kill himself or did they?
No. Secret Service popped his ass. So it was 3 shots from him, 3 shots from Secret Service.
Then what the fuck was they talking about? 8 and 9.
3 shots. 3 shots.
Because that was the first story.
No, I'm sorry.
So that nigga's retarded.
3 from him, 3 from Secret Service, 1 extra shot. The 1 extra shot again being from Secret Service because he probably was still moving after the first 2. You don't shoot to kill. You shoot to stop. If the nigga's still moving, you might get a shot off. You shoot until he doesn't move. That's always been the rule for law enforcement. So it was probably 3 shots. They put him down. He moved, probably reaching for the gun again, and then they popped his ass one more time. So it was.
Then why didn't they say 4 shots for them?
Huh?
Why didn't they say 4 shots for them?
Because I don't know why they didn't, but that's what ended up being the story. The story was 3, 3, 1.
I feel like this is like the inverse of our usual wrestling thing.
What do you mean?
I feel like it's usually me dominating the conversation and you finding the holes and the shit that don't make sense in kayfabe. I like the switch.
Yeah, that's typically how it works. It's because you're more involved with wrestling
Regular
in general,
niggas.
and I pay attention to more of politics. Because politics is my
Did
wrestling.
you see the video of that lady in the crowd right behind?
Yeah, she ended up having to be an FBI agent. I don't know if you caught that either. So
That's
she was
weird.
off duty at the moment. We don't know what she was
doing
while she was there.
Like, what the fuck? That's weird. Still,
She happened to be off duty that day, and she was at a rally.
She is being
real
investigated. Weird. She should be. That bitch was moving real weird.
So
in there.
I think the only thing that they threw up was that she might have been signaling.
Yeah.
They just don't know if she was signaling the shooter or another agent. So there's really no telling because the movements don't really match anything.
Right.
The only thing that people were really...
She was on her phone.
She was on her phone. And here's what made me laugh, because that was like the biggest thing. There was like, it has to be staged because she was on her phone and not many people scrambled. So let me go ahead and debunk this little goofy theory. Have you been alive for the last 10 years? When do anybody run anymore? Everybody, when any situation happens, pulls out their phone first because they want to go live. They want to be the one that gets the video.
No, but she was moving shaky before he got shot.
Yeah. But again, that dude was already ID'd 30 minutes prior. So he was ID'd 30 minutes before anything even happened.
Then how the fuck?
Procedure.
Niggas not doing their job.
Niggas not doing a job. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't mistake evil for stupidity. It's a lot of people fucking up. So now I can get to this. So this is where everything gets really stupid and a lot of people not doing their job. So the man shows up much earlier than anything happening. He shows up with a rangefinder first, no firearm. Nobody found that suspicious. For those of you who don't know what a rangefinder is, it's pretty much a little handheld device, typically with a scope and a laser.
You typically use the architecture.
We typically use it at the range. So I go to the range to find out how far the target is so I can calculate for drop and all of that other stuff.
Yeah, they use it for framing houses.
Framing houses too. That makes sense. That's another good use for it. Typically for people with firearms, that's pretty much what it's used for. It's a very common tool of people who shoot. So he was spotted with that first. Nobody found that weird, which I thought was maybe somebody should have paid attention to him from that point on. Dude walks in with a rangefinder. That's not suspicious at all. All right, so you missed the rangefinder. Then he comes back with all of his equipment and tools. The house the building that he was sitting on top of, A, was not manned. for two reasons that are really stupid and makes more sense for stupidity. First reason it wasn't manned. The reasoning was that the Secret Service
And
stated
they do usually man the rooftops for this.
it's supposed to be at least 300 yards worth of radius covered. That was 150 yards away. Bullshit, that shouldn't have been covered. That should have been easily covered. So,
is it possible niggas not doing their job on purpose?
possibly, but there's too many explanations that makes more sense.
Okay.
So the first reason was
Because if I don't like this nigga and I'm stationed to guard him, I cannot do my job.
you
on
could just not
purpose.
do your job. I feel like there was a level of that, but there was more stupidity than purpose negligence. So that building was supposed to be manned by the roof by local law enforcement. I've worked with, not personally with Secret Service, but I worked with people who work with Secret Service. Normally, Secret Service tentatively takes over the smaller radius. So the radius closest to the president. And then they get local law enforcement and then maybe another ring of security outside of that. That was apparently within local law enforcement range. They were supposed to be on the roof. The guy who was supposed to be on that roof called in sick that day. Said, fuck that, I'm not going. Now, did he call in sick because he was actually sick? Or was it, I'm not protecting Trump? Who knows? Who gives a shit? That's not the important part. The important part is when he didn't show up to work, nobody fucking covered it.
Yeah.
Somebody else should have been called. Secret Service was aware no one that was on that roof. So they maybe could have put another guy on that roof. The reason why they said they didn't put somebody on that roof themselves is the roof was apparently too sloped. That's their excuse. I'm not making that shit up. They said the roof was too sloped. Wasn't the least sloped roof in the entire area, mind you. The roof that they were actually sitting on was more sloped than the roof that man shot off of. So bullshit excuses. Dumbass thing number 2. Apparently, there were local police officers inside the building that he was on top of.
Oh, fuck.
So he climbed up on a roof with a ladder, and there was local law enforcement inside the building. Now it's gone back and forth that it was Secret Service agents or local law enforcement. I tend to believe that there was local law enforcement because apparently at some point somebody witnessed a police officer climb the ladder behind him. So he climbed up the ladder. This was moments before the shot. Local law enforcement climbed up the ladder to confront him. The guy swiveled, aimed his rifle at him, and then
jumped down.
He said, fuck no, I'm not getting shot for that. Again, what sounds more realistic?
But no, this is you are displaying to me a lot of niggas purposefully not doing their job.
Right. Now was it malicious towards him, Trump, or just, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing it because a lot of niggas don't do
intent don't really matter to me.
Don't say that.
Intent don't matter to me if niggas purposefully not doing their job. If I clock in and walk the fuck away from my computer, I'm purposefully not doing my job.
I'm just saying we had a conversation about intent, and you said intent matters always. I'm just throwing that.
I'm saying if you can remove intent and then put it back for analysis. Removing intent, the nigga still purposefully not doing their job.
Doing his job.
If you add intent, then this is what makes it malicious.
Right. But again, my thought process is the intent don't matter in this situation. It's more so he just didn't do his job. His job was to secure that building, and he said, nah. So that was stupidity that was like my favorite stupidity of that scenario.
Them being in the building is wild.
It's wild.
That's
Regardless
wild
of
shit.
who's in the building, whether it be Secret Service or law enforcement, somebody was in that building,
A
right
lot of
under
them.
him, fucking around, watching the shit go down.
That's had to have been a tall ass ladder. Like, what the fuck?
9 feet?
Oh.
Standard size. Really not that big. They could hear the man crawling. There's no way, because it's a tin roof. You heard him shimmy his way the fuck up there.
I hate this more and more.
So again, all of this just circles around stupidity more than maliciousness. So now here's...
What state was this in?
Pennsylvania. So that's a purple
I
state.
feel like Philly niggas be smarter than this.
It was
Philly?
No. It was a small town in the suburbs of Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So
I don't know nothing about Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh
I
is
don't know what them niggas is supposed. I don't know nothing about the Pittsburgh education system. Let me say that.
I would say they're probably amongst the average. They're not dumb or intelligent.
Yeah. This kid was like top of his class. So he
was an intelligent kid.
He got it off. Yeah, he should have been.
Before we give him too much credit, I'm rolling into that next because I learned a little bit of information about him too. All right. So 2 more bits of this is why things happen the way they happen. So a lot of people were upset about Secret Service taking too long to, take care of it because he was spotted 30 minutes ahead of time. He was notified. People in the crowd noticed him and was like, yo, somebody do something about him. We don't like that he's up there with a fucking gun. He was spotted 30 minutes beforehand.
So why did Trump go on stage still?
Because Secret Service didn't do shit. The director of security, the one that I told you worked for PepsiCo, right before she got this job, said that she refuses to take shots on any suspected individual because it just might be a guy with a telescope. Those were her words. It could have just been somebody with a telescope. We're not taking shots until he shoots
on
first.
The ground can see
they all seen him with a rifle.
Like
they all seen him with a rifle.
I think you can tell the.
Apparently,
you know what pisses me off? That pissed me off as bad as the motherfuckers like. I thought it was my taser. What? What, bitch? That's two completely different weight calibrations.
Two completely different.
Like what?
No, I wasn't buying that one at all.
That's okay.
So it was her. That was her director.
That ain't your favorite stupidity?
No,
that's crazy.
No, because that was just that's policy. That's stupid policy. I blame only people at the top for policy, so I can't blame everybody below it.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, that's just funny to me that her policy was, it could have been a telescope. We ain't taking that shot until he shoots first. It's really bad policy, but let's be realistic.
Pepsi.
She's from Pepsi here. And let's be realistic, most law enforcement has pretty shit policy. At the end of the day, almost all law enforcement has some part of their policy that's really stupid and it's not supposed to be there. So, yeah, it's stupid. Not the dumbest thing. And mind you, the shooter himself, or the guy who took out the active shooter, saw it, called it in, and said, I got him in my sights. I can hit him now. And was told no until he takes the first shot. So that's just all policy. So the reason why he even got the shot off in the first fucking place was just terrible policy. My favorite, though. Here's my favorite thing of the whole thing that everybody glosses over. This kid, whatever you want to say, good, you love him or hate him. This kid, when he was in school, tried out to be part of the shooting club and was kicked out for being a bad shot. You can't tell me that's not fucking karma. Everybody's mad at him for being a bad shot.
That's not karma. That was like, I'm going to show you bitches.
And failed. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and failed.
He
hit him. He
didn't kill him.
He grazed him. He hit the target.
No, he did not. A hit is a hit.
He did not kill him, but
it's not a hit, my friend.
He did kill one person in the crowd.
He killed. So. He shot as well as any nigga I know in the streets. He shot at one person and hit his grandmama in the house. It's fucked up. You are not a successful shooter, my friend. For all the niggas in the streets talking about I'm a shooter. If you hit the wrong target, you are not a shooter, my friend. And I don't want you on my...
He hit the target, though.
He grazed the target. Grazing ain't considered a hit, sir. I've been to ranges. No one considers that a hit.
Okay.
Everybody's like, you missed, bitch.
Okay.
So he is a known terrible shot. It's not like he tried and failed. He tried, went to multiple practices, and couldn't hit shit. And they were like, yo, get the fuck out of here. You suck.
And I will tell you from somebody that has lived around Pittsburgh their entire life, hunting is like the thing over there. He claimed like he would wear hunting clothes and gear to school and stuff like that. But
probably was roasted consistently for it too, because he can't hit.
But never really got much. So
wow.
I will say, I know he was picked on for that.
100%. 100% he was picked on for being a shit shot. And you know what?
But wait, 2 years after graduation? Grow up, nigga.
And didn't get any better.
No, I'm saying get over it.
Man, these are Gen Z alpha niggas. Like,
get
these
over
niggas
your
don't
fucking disappointment. All right, go do something else, nigga. Go pick up a basketball. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
Have you seen this kid?
Go
He was
wrestle. I don't know.
Not picking up a basketball. Shooting was probably the last thing he could have done.
Wow.
And
I mean, shooting was the last thing he did.
Hey, true enough. Oof. And he missed. Missed me, bitch. It's so fucking funny to me. Because it's only funny because everybody was like, man, we couldn't get anybody to actually hit him. These are the jokes of the internet. It's like, finally somebody tries and they fuck up. And I'm like, well, look who you chose. Apparently you sent up the nigga that can't hit any damn way.
I was gonna say, of all the niggas that they could, that's I think that might have been why they were saying it might have been because it was such a shit shot. I think that's why niggas were saying that Trump might have did it.
Right. But again, it's the fact that it grazed. I mean, again, I'm putting myself in that position. With all the evil intent that I can muster up, I would never attempt getting shot ever to make myself look. That doesn't work. It'll never work, especially if it was a headshot. If he had shot him in an arm, chest, maybe area, maybe, but the man was aiming for head. I'm not taking that risk. I don't give a fuck if it's a magic bullet. I'm not taking that chance. I'm not finna lose my life to look a little bit better. The people that were gonna vote for him.
The nigga lived in hunting country. Oh, you're talking about him. I'm
talking about Trump.
I was like, the nigga lived in hunting country and couldn't shoot. I don't think his life was much. If he was still
his
salty
life was
about
done
this
for anyway.
2 years later after graduation. I don't think he was going through much.
Now, I will say this. I'm going to throw that out there, and maybe people won't like it, but there is this one photo of the kid surfacing up. And he definitely was cross-dressing at one point. So I'm not saying...
What the fuck does that
I'm not
with
saying
anything?
that people who live that lifestyle are mentally fucked up any damn way, but I'm going to just throw that out there. Again, I lay out facts.
What the fuck does that have to do
I'm
with
just saying that certain people who cross-dress don't always be all there, is all I'm saying. Some of these cross-dressing, transgender people be a little fucked up in the head. So you go through a whole life of being bullied for being a shit shot anyway and can't hunt. You try cross-dressing and ain't nobody fucking you. He was ugly any damn way. At least if you're going to be a transgender, you got to at least be good looking.
What the fuck is going on?
So I'm saying, like, he stacked
on,
bully case on top of bully case, and then all he had left was an assassination, and he failed. Like, your life sucks. I feel like he should have went to hell by default.
Wow.
Not for attempted murder, but for just being a waste of human space. Like, you sucked at everything.
Wow.
Like, you didn't do nothing good.
Fucking
you
hell.
wasn't even a good-looking transgender.
You are hard on a hoe, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be. You was a bad shot. You ain't even a good hillbilly. Like, there's some cool hillbillies in this world. You was a terrible hillbilly. And then you were a bad transgender. Like, you was,
oh my God. Yeah, please don't.
and then you were a bad Trump hater. Like, be good at something. That's all I'm saying. You said it yourself. Get convicted. But maybe get convicted and be good at it. Like pick a thing and be real good at it.
Yeah.
Instead of just picking a thing and doing it. Like, don't just be doing shit.
The Bob's views are his own better. If you're not a visual listener, we need like a audio cue for that. I don't even know where to go from that.
All I'm saying is he was convicted.
Yes, be good at something. I don't know.
Be good
I
at
don't even
something.
know.
That's all.
Yeah, find something to be good at.
I will say, we are not using his name because
I don't know that nigga name. That's why I'm not using.
We're not using his name because we don't promote bad intents like this. So that's why we don't.
And I don't know that nigga name. Fuck him.
Name.
Fuck him.
No, I don't typically.
I don't think you promote losers.
I just don't promote losers. There's a difference. Like, at least be good. If he had succeeded, I'd talk about him all day. Like, all right, well, he pulled it off. I'm happy about it or not. I'm just like, well, at least he did what he set out to do. But you failed. You failed miserably. Not an ear graze, dude. Like, goddamn, dude. Like, you fucking suck. Because my thing is, everybody's like, well, he turned his head at the last second, so that's why he just barely
So if he turned his head, if he didn't turn his head, would he have just hit air?
No, he would have got hit. He would have been dead as hell. Oh, he would have been dead as hell.
I don't understand with that trajectory.
So, can you pull up? There's a GIF if you can find it.
I get it.
It was so Trump is facing this way.
Yeah.
Shooter is like off to this side,
What the fuck?
aiming this way. So he was gonna catch like about here, and so when he turns and leans. So it's not a head turn. It was
it's
a turn
and lean.
Because he was looking at a monitor.
Because I was so fucking confused.
Yeah. So that
all
was
of the
diaphragms.
diaphragms.
Completely screwed up.
Okay.
So he was looking at a monitor behind him.
Okay.
Because he was talking about inflation stats, funnily enough.
Okay.
And he turned and he went this way. And when he right before he pointed, he was like this. So it was just enough for him to get out of the way. But as he was moving, that's when he got grazed.
I didn't know it was a lean. Okay.
Yeah, so it was a turn and a lean. That's what pretty much saved. Because even he said when he gave his speech, I think it was a day or so ago, he was actually getting ready to move back. Like he was just gonna turn and just talk, but he was like he forgot the stat and he went to go look at the stat and he said the lean is what actually saved me. So.
Because if without the lean, he'd have caught that shit in the
eye.
he
still would have caught it. So it was a turn plus lean.
In the eye or some shit.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's what really got him. So
they say God take care of fools and babies, and that nigga damn sure old.
That's one interesting way to look at it.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not mad at it. Like I said, it's fine. No, it's not a big deal. I'll find it. I'll throw it up there in post. Edit it in post. But no, that's all it was. It was just a little looking lean that pretty much saved his ass on that one. Which, again, as much as I'm a jackass and I like making fun of people, and as much as I wish the worst on a lot of people, I don't mean it. It's all jokes. I don't want anybody to die. As much as even I don't dislike Trump as the person, I don't want him dead. That's kind of screwed up. Same thing with Joe. I don't want him dead. I just want him out. I just don't want none of these people working. None of these people should work. That's all I'm saying. After the age of 60.
This video.
Let's see if that's the one.
It's kind of like an analyze thing.
No, they had like a gridded thing. I don't know if that's the one.
That doesn't really show right before.
No. No, what I was looking for was they literally had like a digitized grid of like where the bullet was coming from and where his head was positioned and then what happened as he moved his head. I'll find it. It's no big deal. But yeah, no, that's what saved him. That's all that saved him. Again, I don't want nobody dead. As much as I love telling terrible jokes and tragedy, I will allow tragedy to happen, but I wish no true tragedy on anybody is all I'm saying. You got it?
This is like a analyze of the thing.
Of the shooting, but is it the bullet trajectory is what I'm looking for.
I think in the next little section here.
This is going to be terrible for people who aren't watching. No, this is... You know you can just use the arrow.
The motherfuck is this Bill of the Hilly?
I'm telling you, this is in Hickville.
These are all Hicks.
Maybe the hillbillies got more balls than the gangsters. That's crazy.
Because they shoot for a living and they know where bullets go.
The Hicks are the gangsters.
Again, there's a difference.
Or both.
Let me rephrase it. There's a difference between shooting and shooting accurately. Niggas throw bullets in a general direction, and hillbillies hit what they shoot at.
I know a couple niggas in Chicago that were straight shooters. That motherfuckers... King Von and them? Von ain't never spent on... I'm just saying. 63rd Street.
Them niggas ain't straight shooters, you know why? For the simple fact of...
Old Block.
How many bullets do they have to shoot?
Went to Old Block, and y'all ain't even... Man, Streets is done.
Because they don't want no smoke with somebody who's an actual gangster.
Streets is done.
That's all I'm saying.
Trump went to Old Block. Y'all ain't even do nothing.
Trump ain't... And that should tell you something. Trump ain't scared of none of y'all niggas.
Crazy.
If he ain't worried about a Russian with nukes, you think he worried about a couple of niggas that can't hit their own targets? Fuck out of here. What's that, Charleston White, man? Fuck Vaughn. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Fuck Vaughn.
Rest in peace.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about a known criminal. Fuck. In the same breath that I can say fuck Trump, fuck King Vaughn. I don't give a shit.
I can't.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not worried about that shit.
Ooh, baby.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Vonda did more for me than Trump.
Maybe if I was in.
Stimmies was good, though.
Stimmies, low inflation, cheap gas. I don't give a fuck what Vaughn did. He ain't did it for me.
I had some real rough days in Addison. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Them last Trump year was a little rough.
It was more for COVID than Trump, though. I blame Trump for none of that. I blame Fauci for a lot, but I blame Trump for allowing Fauci to exist. So there you go. So I want to get on this before we end the episode, because I know we're pretty much wrapping up. I did watch a minor amount of the RNC just because I was curious what was going to pop off. You know, I felt like something was going to pop off during RNC. For those who don't know, that's a Republican National Convention. Shout out for a lot of people. I kind of wish I'd have went, because that would have been the first time I get to meet 3 people that I wouldn't mind meeting. Trump, Kane, and Linda McMahon. That's a WWE reunion.
If Kane don't shut the fuck up. God damn, can someone put the mask back on him? Just shut the fuck up, Glenn Jacobs.
For what? He's a mayor.
Holy. And the mayor some shit. Stop talking.
That's what the fuck he does.
He don't have to talk.
Say that
He
about...
don't have to tweet. He don't have to do none of that shit.
I would love all politicians to not do that, but that's not the era we live in, sir. I'm just throwing that out there.
Shut the fuck up. You went from the big red machine to the big red bitch. Shut up.
I personally, I don't.
I might. Kane is getting close to fuck Hogan levels with me. I'm not gonna lie. Kane has been tripping.
All right, real quick.
Been tripping though. Like not newly. Been tripping.
So now that's what I'm asking. If you can do it quickly, what's your actual gripe with him other than him being a
Hogan?
politician? No.
Oh.
Fucking.
Because
other than
being just being Twitter fingers.
So is every politician, so that's nothing new.
Damn bitches ain't in my hemisphere. Nobody told this nigga to be a WWE Hall of Famer and also a politician. Shut the fuck up. I could just mute the nigga.
So why don't you do it?
It hadn't crossed my mind. I didn't want to mute fucking...
You can't bitch and
I didn't want
do
to
your
mute
job.
Kane, but damn. Shut the fuck up, Kane.
I'm sorry, the nigga's a politician now. He is no longer Kane. He hasn't been Kane for a long ass time
I
now.
just want you to know that he won a WWE championship belt as a mayor. Glenn
True,
Jacobs.
he has done that.
So that's not entirely
But he
valid.
also won it as Glenn Jacobs and not Kane. Because the title, the naming on there says Glenn Jacobs. I looked. Because I was like, damn, Kane won an extra belt. It said Glenn Jacobs. So I'm like, just as I
and then he is also Isaac Didi Yankum and Fake Diesel. I don't give a fuck.
But he didn't win no championships under those names. So not as important. Glenn Jacob is a better wrestler, apparently, than the dentist. Put that on your mailbox.
DMD.
But no, I don't care for any politician running their mouth because none of them niggas make any damn sense. But I'm also not going to fault them because he's doing exactly what every other politician does. They're all annoying. Just throwing that out there. So I paid attention to the DNC enough to see them two there, which I thought would have been, again, just fun to meet those two people well past their prime. Because same thing I didn't even know Linda McMahon was still alive.
Wow.
No offense to her. I just had no idea. Like, she has been nameless for so long. It's actually been like, I'd been thought she was dead.
I mean, they're barely married still.
Yeah. But I just expect to hear her name pop up once.
Well, no, she purposefully wanted it that way.
Oh, really?
She purposefully wanted to be completely separate from WWE. There was a lot of weird shit going on in WWE while she was a character there.
Okay.
That was also right after the Vince and Stephanie romantic shit.
That's true. Yeah.
There's a lot of weird fucking creative shit going on at that time. So after that, she was like, no, I want to be completely... Because she was helping Hillary at one point. She wanted to be completely separated from WWE.
She was helping...
Hillary.
Clinton?
I think, maybe not. Probably not.
I was
maybe I was thinking about something else.
I doubt it. If she was at an RNC, she definitely wasn't dealing with Hillary
she
Clinton.
wanted to go fully into politics and said, keep this wrestling shit away from me.
I mean, that's interesting.
On top of, she had to have known about
all the other shit.
All of the shit Vince was doing. Then, well, no.
I don't blame her. All I was saying is I thought she was dead. I would have loved to meet both of them.
Because the last
That's
time you saw
crazy.
that bitch was on TV in a wheelchair.
That's true.
Yeah.
Shout out Linda. Interesting talent. Just interesting talent in that era is all I'm saying. So I pay attention enough to see that. Obviously his VP pick, which I don't care for.
I have no idea. Can you get me hip? Everybody told me that nigga's a monster. I have no idea what the fuck he is.
He's dope in the sense he was an ex-Marine.
Okay.
He was a highly decorated ex-Marine. He has a movie about, I want to say it was his story. It was the Hillbilly something. I forgot the name of the movie.
Fuck.
But it was a pretty popular movie for a while until they found out he was a Republican, which is how everything goes in this world. As soon as you're found out to be Republican, everybody hates you. But the movie apparently was pretty well liked. And then everybody just calls him just an interesting intellect. So people liked him for that much. I don't like him because he's wishy-washy. The same reason I didn't like Vivek when Vivek showed up. Is he says one thing and then when he gets on stage and gets in front of a microphone, he talks completely different. So I don't like him, but I'm not here for the politics end of it. I'm just like, seems like a wishy-washy individual. But he backs Trump, so that's the only reason I'm sure Trump picked him. And he's a lot younger. I think he's like in his 40s, which is nice to have somebody young for once involved in politics.
He's 39.
39.
The movie is Hillbilly Elegy?
The Hillbilly Elegy, yeah. Or Eulogy. Is it Eulogy or Elegy? I thought it was Elegy.
It's Elegy.
Elegy. Elegy.
Yeah, that's Elegy. I don't know if it was supposed to be Eulogy and he was just hillbillied out and couldn't spell it right.
I mean, he graduated from Ohio State, so...
Ohio State's a good school. No, don't knock Ohio State.
Nope.
That's a damn good football school.
No.
Hillbilly. It's called the Hillbilly Elegy?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, he's not stupid.
Okay.
The elegy is a poem of serious reflection, typically a lament for the dead.
Huh.
So, yeah.
That's actually really nice word to use at that. So, again, and people like him. Some people like him. I don't like him. He seems wishy-washy. So I came in to see because that was the big deal, was just finding out who the fuck was going to be VP because I had no idea who the fuck it was going to be. And then obviously the big moment of the RNC was right before he got announced. They ran Trump out for the last time. They had Hulk Hogan bring him out, which I thought was, as much as people hate Hulk Hogan, again, I love a motherfucker who stays in character, and the nigga stayed in character.
Motherfucker, because you can't escape retarded. That's why.
I like Hulk Hogan's character. I'm sorry. He's a goofy character.
He's a goofy nigga. That's
no, he dislikes niggas. Again, he didn't come out as himself. He came out as Hulk Hogan. So I kept it in kayfabe. The nigga was being in character.
He's never out of Hulk Hogan.
Which is why I respect it. I love the character Hulk Hogan. Again,
that's just him.
No.
What?
No, I never put somebody's character with them. If we never, what the fuck? If you never see him out of character.
It's a saying.
Oh.
Fuck. Fuck it. It's like we never get to the...
Jeez. It's okay. I get where you're coming from is my point.
We never get to the truth if we let the lie live type shit. If he never breaks kayfabe, that's just who the fuck he is at this point.
No, because I can't go for that. Because you could say the same thing about guys like Macho Man. The man never came out of character. We never seen him out of character. I don't think he was at home going fucking, oh yeah, dig it, brother.
I know Hogan is at home doing all that shit.
I doubt that very seriously. There was a whole TV show about him. He was not Hulk Hogan at home.
The exact same nigga that I saw be a GM for TNA. It was the exact same person.
It was not Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania Hulk Hogan is what I'm saying.
Man.
The characters might be similar, but no different than me. Like FNBob is a different character. Just because we share similarities don't mean that this part of my life is not a put-on character. There might be some similarities here and there, but it's still a put-on character. I feel the same thing goes for Hulk Hogan.
I don't know. I see you be Bob a lot of times when
it's
not
because it's fun.
I see you be Bob a lot of time when the cameras is off.
Yeah, and also there is me.
I'm Henvincible a lot of time when the camera is off.
Yes, But as you said, you listen to your words. Be an adult male for 5 minutes and remember, you just said it yourself. I'm invincible off camera. But are you who you are?
But I know niggas, that's because I'm just at low level immersion. There are niggas there's actual Delulu out here.
Yes. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day, if you're playing a character, however much you immerse yourself.
Do you admit that there are motherfuckers that get lost in the sauce?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I just don't think he's one of them.
35 fucking years, this nigga never been lost in the sauce?
I'm not saying he's never been, but I'm saying at the end of the day, it's still a character versus him. So I separate some of the character versus him. Just like we had the conversation with musical artists. I separate R. Kelly, the person he is, the crazed, deranged sex addict, from Trapped in the Closet. And it's two different things to me. I'm going to listen to Trapped in the Closet.
Them bitches side by side.
Again, just like I said earlier, there's similarities in the game. There's similarity in the game.
A sick nigga, bro.
But I'm not finna not listen to Trapped in the Closet, Step in the Name of Love, Ignition. Just like I'm not finna fucking Hulk up when I play old school wrestling. I loved Hulk Hogan, okay?
I'm not.
That's cool.
I can't tell you the last time I put Hogan in a game, even to fight him. I'd be mad when I'd be having to play Hogan in the story mode. Because it's fucking old WrestleMania shit.
So, again, we're two different people. I fucks with Hulk Hogan and you fucks with King Von. We're two different people.
We had this wildest two niggas to put side by side.
I'm putting them side by side because one might be racist and one is an active criminal. And one's in a box. So
what's the fuck is the similarities?
Both of them are terrible people, and both of them got lost in the sauce, maybe. I think King Von might have got lost in the sauce.
I think that nigga was Ragu. That's not it's not similar situations at all. What the fuck? That nigga was the sauce. What the fuck are you talking about? That nigga, there was no separation.
That's a problem. Then more reason why I can't rock with the man. If there's zero separation.
I'm just saying it was a bad comparison.
No, I'm saying I try to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just played it up a little too hard and got lost in it.
Not from what I heard.
Then I can't. Then how am I
Not from what I heard.
Then what I'm saying is I can't defend a man who's an active criminal.
I'm not asking you to defend anything.
But I can. What I'm saying is I won't defend that versus a man who I believe is playing up a character way too hard.
The human piece of shit is worse than the character.
Yes.
What the
Again,
fuck?
I'm saying I don't care about the person the person that Hulk Hogan is in real life. I don't even know his name. I like Hulk Hogan. I like Hulkamania. I like the nigga that was in the ring. That's all I care about. All I care about is the nigga that's in the ring. As soon as he walks out and the music stops, who the fuck is that nigga?
So was that Hulk or was that Terry?
That was Hulk.
You sure?
That's 100% Hulk. The nigga ripped the shirt and said, Trumpomania. Get the fuck out of here. If anybody believes that that's a real nigga, then no different than I feel like Dwayne throwing up an eyebrow and throwing a people's elbow outside of a ring is goofy.
He's done that in at least 3 movies.
And I'm saying it's goofy. It's silly. I don't count Dwayne.
Bottom. In Fast 5, he rock bottom a nigga through like 3 floors.
3 floors, yes. And you know what I'm saying? That's a goofy character he played up. Do I think Dwayne goes home and rock bottoms his kids? That'd be real.
I think he really throws the eyebrow at his kids.
If he does, that nigga's weird. And
I don't think he's not weird.
That's all I'm saying. I think the nigga's weird. If you got that lost in your sauce, that's kind of weird. All I'm saying is I'm separating.
But you know what I want y'all to get lost in the sauce with? This fucking podcast. And you can do that in part by going to www.fnentertainment.com. Listen to us on Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google, Amazon, all that. But mainly Spreaker.
Mainly Spreaker. I was just hoping, as long as you wrap it back around to Spreaker, I don't care. All those other things are nice. I'm glad you listened. But, I mean, Spreaker's dope. For the simple fact that it hosts this show, Think Positive, and Stuck in Traffic. The audio-only show. And I was stuck in traffic for real the other day. That was some ass. Wait till the Democrats show up. It's going to be hell on earth. So, yeah, on that note, make sure you just do all the things. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter. All our links. All the links, they're all below. Comment, like, subscribe, and that's it. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.